A non-Muslim brother, yes brother. Your name and your profession.
Thank you, Dr. Zakir. I'm Tatri from Thailand. First of all, I like, yes, I'm the government official. I like to state something very social. First of all, I thank you for your speech tonight. I think the world needs people like you to, to bridge the gap of misunderstanding or misconception. And I'm very impressed that I'm enlightened by your speech. But my questions, or rather general comment, is how the Muslim think about the Buddhist, the non-Muslim. I like to see that, and I like to see that how we Buddhists understand more Muslim, or how the Muslim try to make us understand more about Islam. Thank you.
I believe you're a Buddhist brother.
I'm Buddhist.
Our non-Muslim friend who's a Buddhist has asked a very good question. He says that he's enlightened, he liked the talk, many misconceptions were removed. We'd like to know, how do the Muslims view Buddhists? Brother, if you know the teachings of Buddha, the teachings of Buddha are the four great truths. Correct? The four great truths.
Yes.
The four great truths, the first great truth says, there is misery in the world. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
Number one. The second great truth, the cause of this misery in the world is desire. Correct? Correct. Point number three, to remove misery, you have to remove desire. Correct?
Right.
Third great truth. Fourth great truth, to remove desire, you have to follow the Eightfold Path. Correct?
That's right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
These are the four great truths of Buddha. The first great truth, there is misery in the world. I agree with it. To remove misery, you have to remove desire. There's no problem. There's misery in the world, the cause of misery is desire. Third great truth, to remove misery, you have to remove desire. Now, if you follow the first great truth, no problem. There is misery. Second great truth, the cause of misery is desire, no problem, I agree with it. Third is, to remove misery, remove desire. Now, once you remove desire, you cannot follow the fourth great truth. The fourth great truth says that to remove desire, you have to follow the Eightfold Path. If you follow the third great truth, you remove misery, remove desire. If you have removed desire, how can you have the desire to follow the Eightfold Path? So in logic, it's stripping itself. Do you understand? If you follow the third great truth, remove desire. The fourth great truth says, you should follow the Eightfold Path. Now once you remove the desire, how can you have the desire to follow the Eightfold Path? That means, in logic, the fourth great truth is stripping itself. That means you cannot follow everything. The moment you remove desire, there's no question of you following the Eightfold Path, because to follow the Eightfold Path, you should have a desire to follow the Eightfold Path. If you remove desire, you have no desire to follow the Eightfold Path, you cannot follow the Eightfold Path. Do you understand? As far as Buddha is concerned, if you read the Dhammapad is the religious scriptures of the Buddhists, correct? If you read the Dhammapad, it mentions in Dhammapad about the last and final message of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If you read the Gospel of Buddha by Caris, on page number 216, it says that a Maitri is going to come. A Maitri. Anas. A Maitri. And this Maitri, Buddha says, that there have been many Maitri that came before. I am not the first, I am not the last. There is one more Maitri to come. Like I have got hundreds of followers. This Maitri will have thousands of followers. Now, if you know Maitri if you translate, means something which is merciful. And this Maitri, what Buddha is talking about, that I am not the last Buddha, I am not the first Buddha, then is the Buddha to come whose name will be Maitri. It means one who praises. It refers to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And he says that he will be glory at the beginning, glory at the end. He will teach all good things to his followers. As Buddha has hundreds of followers, this new prophet to come, Prophet Muhammad will have thousands of followers. If you hear my video cassette or the DVD on Prophet Muhammad in the various world religious scriptures, one section speaks about Prophet Muhammad in the Buddhist scriptures. So even if you read Dhammapad and if you read the Buddhist scriptures, it talks about the last and final messenger, that's the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As far as Buddhists are concerned, Buddha, people say, was an agnostic. Agnostic means a person who did not comment whether God was there or God wasn't there. But scholars, what they say, that when Buddha came, there was so much of shirk, so much of idol worship, he did not want to comment on it. That's the reason, though he believed in one God, he did not comment on it. So on the face of it, Buddha was agnostic. Did not say there was God, did not say there was no God. But the scholar says because he came at a time when there was so much of shirk, he did not go out of the way to specify there was one God. But otherwise, he also mentioned about the last and final messenger to come, that is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, clearly specifies in the Quran that there is one God and idol worship is prohibited. Hope that answers the question, brother.
Thank you, sir.